Hey, welcome back. Have you ever been presented with an opportunity that you wanted to take advantage of, but you didn't because you were scared? Maybe you even thought that if you took advantage of the opportunity and things didn't work out the way you were expecting, that it would put you in a worse position than you currently are. I know I've definitely had this happen to me, and I just want to say that if you've ever had a thought like that or had this happen, it's a lie because we missed 100% of the chances that we don't take. So in this video, we're going to be talking about stepping into opportunities and taking calculated risk. Let's get into it. If we're just meeting for the first time, my name is Gabriel Walters and I'm a certified financial planner. I'm also the founder and owner of Steadyworth, and at Steadyworth, we're helping people just like you live a life that they're excited about today while staying within their means and taking charge of their financial future. So in this month, in April, our theme has been Opportunity April, and we're talking about opportunity. So last week's video, if you missed it, I'll link it up here. We talked about preparing for an opportunity, and in this week's video, we're going to be talking about stepping into opportunities. So our series is going preparing for opportunities, stepping into opportunities, which is week 2, and next week we're going to be talking about maximizing opportunities. So as we get started, taking advantage of an opportunity a lot of times is taking a calculated risk. You don't know what's going to happen, and like we mentioned last week, the better prepared you are, the better you are to take advantage of an opportunity, because it's hard to step into something that you haven't prepared for. So as you're taking a calculated risk and as you're stepping into an opportunity, one thing is that I've noticed is that when opportunities present themselves, they usually have a very short timetable, so you have to be prepared in order to step into it. I also mentioned the story about me always wanting to move to Miami, and we came and we were preparing. We came in January, we were preparing to move in August. This is of 2022, but then an opportunity came up in April for us to move. So where we were living at, the landlord said, hey, it's April 1st, we need you out of here by April 30th, and we'll give you some money to get out. And so we had already calculated the amount of money that we were going to need to move, and the money that they were giving us was in line with the money we needed to move. But there was still a bunch of other stuff that we hadn't figured out. We hadn't asked, Laura was still working at the time, we hadn't asked her job, could we move? We hadn't already put a down payment on an apartment. There was all these different things, but it was just like, hey, we had to make a definite decision right in that moment, in that 30-day window, or actually really in that first couple of days, because the place we wanted to move to, there was only one apartment available. Are we going to go for it or not? Because if we had just left that apartment and moved to another apartment and tried to take a few more weeks or months to figure it out, we would have missed our window, because even in the complex that we moved in, rent started to increase and increase and increase, and we got in right at the lowest point before all these rent increases happened for the remainder of the year. So a lot of time when you're stepping into something, there's a short window, you're taking a calculated risk, and you just have to go for it. And the thing is that as you step into it and as you go for it, there is a possibility that you might get beat. And so, this makes me, stepping into opportunities makes me think of Karate Kid and Daniel's son. Like when Daniel's son showed up for the tournament, of course he was training, but he knew that when he was showing up for that tournament, he could get his butt handed to him. He could get knocked down, he could get beat, but he was never going to get to the next level if he didn't prepare and then step into it. So new opportunities come with new challenges, and you have to be prepared to combat them along the way as they come. So the best way to be prepared to step into an opportunity is to have a clear financial plan. Because when you have a clear financial plan, like I was saying, most people who are scared to step into opportunities are scared that if they step into that opportunity they fail, it's going to push them back. But usually that pushback is from a financial perspective. But by having a clear financial plan, this will let you know how much wiggle room you have in an opportunity. Of course, my wife and I, we have a clear financial plan because we build financial plans here at Steadyworth. But we knew, okay, we are taking a risk by moving, especially before we had told her job, especially because we were leaving, where our family was, and some of the security and different things that we had. But we were like, hey, we're going to step out and go for it. And our financial plan let us know how much leeway we had to go ahead and do that. But it also was in line with our goals and the other things that we had been working in our plan. And so when I say financial planning, I always tell somebody, you guys remember the planning pyramid from previous videos, I'm going to flash it right here. Think of your income, your assets, and debt in relation to your goal. And so, what the amount of income you have, the amount of assets you have backing up that income, and the amount of debt that you have to service will let you know what position you are in to take advantage of a goal or to take advantage of an opportunity, or when you step into an opportunity, how much leeway you have. And so if you haven't already, take some time to get yourself a financial plan. Of course, I think the ones at Steadyworth are the best. You can go to steadyworth.com and check it out, but put together a solid financial plan, because this is what's going to allow you to take advantage of those opportunities and get to the goals that you're going to achieve. Because just think about it. If you wouldn't get on an airplane with a pilot who didn't have a map and didn't know where he was going. You wouldn't allow a builder who didn't have a blueprint to build you a home and just kind of go for it. You wouldn't have want a chef who didn't have a repertoire of reputable recipes cooking meals for you. You know, all of these, you wouldn't want to be a part of a team that had a coach that didn't have clear playbooks that were going to guide you to a championship. Why would you not you don't want to go through life not using a financial plan that's guiding you to your goals and just guessing as you make every move. You want to have a clear plan so you know exactly where money's going. Every dollar is accounted for, and that is pushing you straight to your goals and away from everything that you don't want to have happen. So having a clear financial plan will guide you to the win that you are looking for. And I just want to circle back to the Miami story. Now that I'm like I keep saying, and I don't mean to beat a dead horse, but I've always wanted to live here, and now that we're here, I couldn't imagine what life would be like if we hadn't made that leap and went for it. And yes, there's been times where it's like, oh, this seems uncertain, or this seems scary, or this is happening, or that's happening, or are they going to keep raising the rent, or doing this or doing that? But I'm telling you, once you commit, once you get a definite goal and you commit and you step into that opportunity, then you can really get in there and take advantage of it. And that's what we're going to be talking about next week, is taking advantage of opportunities. Also, as I close, I just wanted to touch on these books that are behind me. These are my Jack Carr books. If you followed me or seen some of my social media, you probably know that I really enjoy Jack Carr books. But I want to say that Jack Carr is a Navy SEAL, and when he got out, or he's a retired Navy SEAL, and when he was getting out of the military, he had an opportunity to write a book. And his first book was The Terminal List, and he wrote that book. He took that opportunity, and then from that book, it turned into 5 other books that are right here. And now his 6th book is coming out next month. But why am I telling you this? Because imagine if he didn't take the opportunity and that book was just still in his head, or still on his hard drive in his computer. It wouldn't be here in my house. I wouldn't have all the copies of it right now. And actually, the first book I made into an Amazon TV series. That wouldn't have happened either. So that's one thing about taking advantage of, or stepping into an opportunity. If you don't step into it, then you can never see the fullness of it, because once again, we miss all of the shots we don't take. So let's plan for success. Let's step into these opportunities. Let's get clear financial plans. Let's make 2023 our best year. Let's go. So, if you got some value from this video, please hit that like button, hit the subscribe, share it to somebody who needs to know how to take advantage of an opportunity, or needs to know how to step into an opportunity. Also, if you have a financial planning question or any type of question related to money, feel free to leave it down in the comments, or you can message me directly. And have a great day. Let's plan for success. I will see you next week. If you're presented with an opportunity, make sure you take advantage of it. Let's go.